Judy Batista, she's anchoring our coverage from the Fall League meeting. She's there live right now alongside our very own Ian Rappaport. What is going on? I'm sure officiating is the talk of the meeting.
Well, good morning, guys. The talk of the meetings yesterday was, not surprisingly, officiating. That seems to be the talk of the league all season so far. They talked about the Monday night game, sort of a mixed bag there, Ian. The hands to the face penalties, both of them on Trey Flowers. Troy Vincent said one of them was okay. The first one was okay. The second one, he said, that's a call you would like to not see made, which is the league's way of saying that was a blown call. He said he was going to talk to Lions officials. Two bad calls there. And then they moved on to the topic of the season, really, which is pass interference and how it is being officiated and how it's being reviewed. And for now, my impression was they're sort of okay with how it's being handled.
Yeah, I came into this meeting, Judy, kind of wondering how the league would take on and receive some of the questions about the reviewing of pass interference penalties. Did how difficult it is to actually overturn a call? Do so many coaches losing so many challenges alter the way that the league thought of the rule? It sounds like actually just the opposite. Talk to league officials, and this rule, it seems like, is working exactly as they imagined, with there being an incredibly high bar to actually overturn what is on the field. I know it drives coaches crazy, but this will likely limit the amount of challenges unless it's something egregious. In other words, unless it's something that happened like to the Saints last year. And maybe that's what they want. Obviously, that is going to be a huge topic of discussion. Roger Goodell is going to speak a little later today. We'll get his feelings on that. As far as other business, it doesn't seem like there's much actually on the agenda to discuss. But, of course, CBA discussions, negotiations with the union are ongoing. That's likely going to garner a lot of discussion today as well.
Yeah, the business of the business is what's going to be the topic of conversation. The owners are going to get briefed on where the CBA negotiations stand right now. There's some optimism it'll get done, maybe even by December, but I think there's real hope that it can get done by March. Certainly, everybody seems to be pretty confident that something can get done with the union. There's certainly not the acrimony that there was preceding the lockout. That's for sure. We're a long way from that. So that, I think, will be the dominant topic of conversation. And then we will hear from Commissioner Roger Goodell when these meetings come to an end. And we'll get his thoughts on officiating, too. Yeah,
no doubt. And I talked to Art Rooney, who is heavily involved in CBA negotiations. He's our guest on the Rap Sheet and Friend podcast, as is Judy, by the way. Yeah, it's a great podcast. You guys should check it out. He also talked about how the tenor of talks is much different from last time. As we send it back to you guys, and I just want to say, on behalf of myself and on behalf of Judy, thanks for our T-shirts, guys.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
Dudes.
Anytime.
Dudes. Great.
You guys, we'll have you on the show, of course, all day long, officiating the talk of the town, but I imagine Shad Khan sees Mr. Kroenke and they dap each other up or have some sort of exchange. I'm sure a lot of the owners are talking
they don't make
about
him a baby
Jalen
gaps
Ramsey.
again. Oh, whoa, Sean, whoa!
And the fallout of a player wanting to be moved and then being moved. Thank you so much to Judy Batista and Ian Rappaport there. More Good Morning Football ahead here. What's that?
Sean.
Baby gap? I heard something, but I blacked out.
A little ongoing joke.
Thanks for the T-shirt. Thanks for the invite into the Rap Sheet and Friends podcast, right? Have you guys been on that? Because I haven't. I thought I'm friends with them.
I haven't heard yet.
Okay. We'll do that with the T-shirts later.
Sounds like a trade.
Never the invite.
No. What, you have?
No.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't.
But I wouldn't expect to. I would expect you to.
No. I would too, but I haven't.
No, that's it.
Officiating?
I think it's interesting because on the heels of what happened Monday night, everyone in America is talking about the officiating and the call and Tuesday and Trey Flowers. And you get the sense from Ian and Judy that, let's turn the page. We're going to talk big picture things here instead. If the fans are looking for some sort of fix to that game Monday night or some sort of overall apology, you're not going to get it.
No tourniquet?
There's no tourniquet. They turn the page and they think about next year, and that's what these meetings are. And yeah, the president of the Lions, Rod Wood's probably there, and probably so is Troy, and there will be a conversation. But if you're wanting some, what's the term? Even in the show Succession, they say, I want some blood. You're not getting...
A blood sacrifice?
You're not getting a blood sacrifice.
The Incas?
That's the Incas.
I heard about that.
You're not getting it. That's just not what this is. This is big picture, talks moving forward, and the pass interference rule seems like the competition committee is happy with how it is. us, the fans and the coaches, we'll get our chance to weigh in as it is, but this is just kind of State of the Union stuff.
What about Gail Benson? We saw footage of her walking in. How does she, I mean, she's been
They got their rule changed.
paramount.
They got their rule changed. I don't know if the Lions are banging
There's some
on the
Lions fans who wants to do a few hands to the face right now, don't they?
Exactly.
And I don't blame them. That was a tough night.
Not coming.
More Good Morning Football just ahead. Sean O'Hara is here. We've got the long show. We've got lots of fun. We're previewing Broncos, Chiefs, and I keep sniffing this out at the table. You guys think the Jets might
Go on.
have a little something for the Patriots?
Oh, yes, I do.
Up to a special question mark?
And we've got a massive guest this morning. Buffalo Bills head coach, keeping it in the AFC East. Sean McDermott's coming on the show.
That's right.
Love it.
Second best team in the AFC.
I love that coaches come on our show.
Yeah, it's the coach's show. Kyle, second best team.
Second best team in the AFC.
The Chiefs play in the AFC.
The Chiefs haven't won since August.
This is awesome for me. To me, this is like a bucket list moment. I grew up dreaming about playing in the NFL, watching YouTube.
I'm in awe of the guys I'm sitting at the table with.
The game is so much better today, in my opinion.
For me, it's a thrill to hear perspective.